my name is Mandy, and I'm a flight attendant based in New York, and I'm going to be reading you one of my favorite stories called Nellie Takes New York. Nellie wakes to all of the sounds of her home, New York City. The subway rumbles, a musician rat-a-tat-tats his drum, the gate to the flower store rattles as Mr. Lee opens for business. Nellie nudges her beagle, Bagel awake. We can't sleep away such a beautiful day. On the corner of the sunny West Village Street, Mr. Patel sells coffee and breakfast from his cart. Good morning, Nellie. The usual? Not today, Mr. Patel. We're headed to the farmer's market at Union Square. Sounds great. The Big Apple is tons of fun. A Big Apple, Nellie says. Are you, Beagle? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Rough, says Bagel. We have to find it. Rough, Bagel agrees. Nellie and Bagel reach the bustling market. They sample delicious breads, colorful jams, and fresh squeezed juices. Nellie looks through the crowd and spots a huge basket. That must be it. She runs to the table and peeks inside and finds ripe red, but they are all the same size. Where is the Big Apple? Nellie asks. The farmer laughs. If you really want to see the Big Apple, you should go to the Natural History Museum. A museum, Nellie says. The apple must be so big that it needs to be studied. She scoops up Bagel and runs off towards the subway. The enormous columns in front of the American Museum of Natural History almost reach the clouds. Nellie and Bagel hurry inside, afraid the Big Apple will be cut from science before they have a chance to see it. They race through a maze of students and tourists and artifacts. Found it, Nellie exclaims. Bagel, no, Nellie says, but Bagel wiggles free and races towards the curtain. Just then the curator begins. I would like to introduce the latest edition of our collection. The curator prepares to pull down the curtain, but Bagel beats him to it. A triceratops, the curator bellows. Luckily, Bagel ducks out of sight just as everyone's eyes are drawn up toward the skeleton of the beast. Nellie is confused. A dinosaur? But where's the Big Apple? A fellow museum visitor hears the question and says, you really want to see the Big Apple? You should head to the heart of New York City. Central Park. Central Park? Nellie repeats. I bet the apple is so big it can't fit indoors. Just then the boy with him says, I thought a triceratops had 3 horns. Bagel, said Nellie, and she tucks him under her arm and hurries outside. In Central Park, they find a big zoo. What a sight! Families from all over gather to see the exotic animals, but Nellie is busy following the flash of red above everyone's head. That must be it, Bagel, Nellie points. When they finally push to the front, they see only sea lions playing catch. The happy audience roars with approval and the sea lions bow their heads. Nellie and Bagel join in the clapping, then head deeper into the park. This place is huge, Nellie exclaims. They decide to pick up some of ice cream and rest at the pond. How will we ever find the Big Apple? Nellie said. A family of French tourists overhears Nellie. The mother says, we love to visit New York City, but when we want to feel what the Big Apple is truly about, we go to the 9/11 Memorial. Merci, Nellie replies and races off to catch the subway. Downtown, the crowds gather around 2 large, peaceful pools. People walk around holding the hands of their loved ones. This must be the place, Nellie remarks. A spot the special place has to hold the Big Apple. Right, Bagel? Right? Oh no, she cries out, looking around for her dog. How will we ever find him among all these people? Can I help you, miss? A police officer asks. I can't find my dog anywhere, Nellie cries. Don't worry, we will help you look for him. Just then, someone rolls up on a bicycle, and there, sitting in front of the basket, is Bagel. Does this little guy belong to you? The biker asks. I found him scuffling with some pigeons over at the pretzel cart. Bagel, Nellie shouts, hugging her dog and thanking the friendly New Yorker who had helped her. Nellie sits down with Bagel and sighs. Oh, Bagel, I'm glad that I found you, but I don't think we'll ever find the Big Apple. Just then, the door to a yellow taxi opens. The driver gets out and calls, Don't give up, miss. I drive all over the city, day and night. There is only one place in the city to truly see the whole Big Apple. Hop in. The taxi jerks to a stop in front of a very tall building on the center of 5th Avenue and 34th Street. Nellie reads the giant gold letters that say Empire State Building. The sun is beginning to go down as the elevator goes up. Nellie and Bagel count every floor they pass, wondering how they will be able to see the Big Apple from the top of such a tall building. The elevator chimes at floor 102. The doors open and... Wow! The lights of New York City from the Freedom Tower of the World Trade Center and the Cathedral of St. John the Divine by Columbia University are glowing and dancing in Nellie's eyes. A tour guide says to a group, the Empire State Building is the 3rd tallest building in New York City. It was once the tallest building in the world. With views on all sides, you can see it all. The Big Apple, New York City. Eat it up, ladies and gentlemen. As the sun sets over the Hudson River and the lights of the city begin to glow brighter, Nellie thinks about everyone she's met today. Some of the people call New York City home. Some of them are tourists from all over the world. All of them have come to experience the unique city. Each of them has helped her to get to the spot. That's it, Bagel, Nellie exclaims. The Big Apple isn't something you can hold or eat. The Big Apple is all of us. The Big Apple is New York City. When Nellie and Bagel make their way back towards home, Mr. Patel is there to toss Nellie a big, juicy apple. Nellie takes a big bite. Crunch! The end. I encourage all of you to study really hard and travel the world and see what the world has to offer culturally and to explore diversity. And I definitely encourage you to visit New York City, one of my favorite cities. Shout out to the New Lenox School District. Take care.